All right, what up, people? What's poppin'? What's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. Let me make sure this internet's working right because the internet was acting all janky today. Looks like it's going good. Okay, yeah, it was like a crazy ass storm up in here in New York City, so the internet, for some reason, I think was acting funny earlier. You know, but we gonna get it popping. What's going on, people? What's popping in the chat room? Somali, Brandon, Steve was good. Oh yeah, make sure you guys get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. Get those tickets. Get your tickets today. Click the link below or go straight to mrlocario.com and get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. It's going to be off the chain. I'm telling you, guys don't want to miss this shit. So I'm dropping some heavy game at the Truth About the Game seminar. Also, make sure you guys get How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, audio book, or hard copy. Get that shit. Make sure you click the link below or go to mrlocario.com to get your copy of this book. If you don't have this book yet, you slipping, guys. You guys are slipping. You feel what I'm saying? But anyway, so what's good, people? We got in here 10 Milestone, Militant J, Christian, Saldago, what's going on? Salgado, what's going on? I have said your name wrong. But yeah, the thing is, I want to talk about like today, dudes who are, I'm noticing that a lot of cats out here nowadays are really, really on some feminine type shit, like some really feminine type of energy going on around here nowadays. You said when's a good time to call? I'm gonna start taking calls in the next 20 minutes. I just want to get through some stuff real quick, right? I mean, I know some people gonna be calling it anyway, but it is what it is. But the thing is, there's a lot of dudes on some feminine shit, man. Like, men don't want to be masculine anymore. Men don't want to be men. I keep hearing this thing of women do it too. And when it comes to the game, I'm hearing this a lot. So, I always talk about, look, when you're out here, make shit happen, have integrity, be honest, let these chicks know what it is, let them follow your program, all this other stuff. But see, the thing is that dude, what 212? I just got on like 5 minutes ago. But the thing is, there's a lot of dudes out here that's on some extra feminine stuff. So what happens is that in the game, they're looking at what women are doing and trying to come at the game like how women are. So they'll say, well, you know what? I'm not going to be honest. I'm a lie too because women lie. Women are lying to me, so I'm just going to lie to them. Women are flaking on me, so I'm just going to flake on them. You see what I'm saying? Like, they are doing the shit women are doing. Now, let me get one thing straight here. Women flaking, that's not a good thing. So don't get it misconstrued. I'm not saying that, oh, it's okay for women to flake. No. Women shouldn't flake either. Women shouldn't lie either. You see what I'm saying? But the thing is, you guys are out there trying to copy what women do. And also, the reasons why women will flake and do all this other stuff are like different reasons based off of their nature. And again, I'm not saying that this shit is right. You understand? Because they still grown ass people. They shouldn't be flaking. If they say they're gonna do something, they should do it. Right? But you got a lot of guys out here who's on that women do it too shit. And then they say, well, I'm just gonna do this because she's doing it. Or well, she's doing it, so I'm gonna do it. And the thing is, when it comes to you being a man and being masculine, right? It's about being responsible for your actions, being responsible for whatever you're doing. So even let's talk about flaking, because I put a video up the other day where I said that, why men should never flake. And I was shocked because I'm looking at the comments and I'm like, dudes is like, nah, fuck that, I'm a flake, and I don't give a fuck, I'm just gonna flake on a chick and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, man, I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like, dudes missed the entire fucking point, because the point of the video was basically talking about taking responsibility for your actions. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you say you're gonna do something, right? You have a responsibility to do that thing you said you were gonna do. You understand? And see, the thing is, people have this excuse. They're like, they always say, well, it's not fair that she does it and I can't do it, and how come I can't do it? So let's say if you had a kid who was 12 or 13, and they didn't take care of their responsibilities to do their homework and study for classes and all that shit. As the adult, are you going to say, well, since my kid doesn't feel like taking care of their responsibilities, I'm not going to take care of my responsibilities. Fuck that. I'm not going to work. I'm not going to make this money so I can pay these bills. Fuck that. Is that what you're going to do? You feel what I'm saying? But this is how guys are sounding right now. It's crazy. Because even let's go to the flaking again, right? This is how women think, and this is how women operate. Generally, because there's always exceptions and all that other stuff, and we know everyone's an individual and all that stuff. I'm talking general here. If a woman meets you, right, and then you say, hey, let's go on a date on Friday, and she says, yes, I'll go on a date on Friday with you, I'm down, right? So you're like, cool, we're gonna have a date on Friday. Then what happens is, right, she might meet another dude who she likes, and he's gonna say, hey, let's go on a date on Friday. And she's gonna say, okay, let's go on a date on Friday. So now she's gonna flake on you and go with the other dude. Right? Now why is she doing this? Taj was popping, bro. Did you get my email? I'm gonna holler at you. I'll holler at you again after the show, whatever, through the email. But yeah, so the chick, she's gonna bump you for the other guy for Friday. So instead of telling the new guy that I want to see on Friday, hey, I got plans on Friday, let's do Saturday or Sunday, she's just gonna go with the Friday guy. Because what women generally are doing, they're trying to find the best guy for the situation. They're trying to find the best dude to stick with. They're trying to, always upgrade to that situation. Now, objectively, there's nothing wrong with that. But the thing is that they're doing it in a way where they have no regard over their word. They don't give a fuck that they gave their word to someone else that they were going to see them on Friday. And they have no, a lot of them won't have that management skill to do that. And on top of that, also, if we take it to another level, a lot of women, let's say if a woman is trying to get married and have kids, you understand, and she's getting older, she doesn't have technically the time, you feel what I'm saying, to see you on Friday and then the other guy the next day, or chance it that she might not see him. So she has to bump you out the way to see the other dude. You understand? So I'm just giving you an explanation as to why she would do this. Due to what 212, you said, what if you're focused on your purpose? What do you mean? What do you mean if you're focused on your purpose? Are you saying you're saying if you're focused on your purpose, you should flake? Is that what you're saying? Right? So what I'm saying is that these women, they'll do that because that's how they think and they operate. Now, you as a man, when you say you're going to do something, you do it. So let's say if you met a girl and said, hey, let's get together on Friday, you understand? And then she said, cool. Then you met another girl you liked even more than her. You thought she was hotter than her. And that girl was like, hey, let's hang out on Friday. You supposed to say, nah, We can't do Friday. I'm busy Friday. Let's do another day. You shouldn't flake on the girl that you said you were going to see on Friday to put this other girl in on Friday. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you see the other girl another day. How about Saturday? You free Saturday? I'll see you on Saturday. You understand? Because you've already made a commitment. You've already made a plan with that person on Friday. You understand? So that's all you got to do. But I had another cat. Shout out to him. He put up a comment. He was like, "Oh, but what if you have all these girls and this and this and that, and you got to have the abundance mentality. This is not about an abundance mentality. See, in fact, if you have the abundance mentality, you wouldn't do shit like flake to put another girl into the spot, because if you moving or flaking on another girl for another girl is the scarcity mentality. Because you're saying, damn, I need this other girl so bad that I'm willing to disrespect this other chick and kick her out of the way so I can get this girl into the situation. Due to a 2-1-2, you said if you're busy and focused on your purpose, so you have to cancel. See, and this is exactly what I'm talking about. You should be managing your life. Listen, due to what 2-1-2. Let's say for example, I'm supposed to meet up with you. We're supposed to do some business, right? I say, do what 2-1-2. When are you free? You say, I'm free. You free Monday at 6. I say, okay, cool. Let me check my schedule. I'm free Monday at 6. So that means that Monday at 6 o'clock is designated for me and you to meet up. Period. You understand what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that when you lock that time in, the time is locked in. So the thing is, if you have to cancel because you're focused on your purpose, that means your management skills suck. You see what I'm saying? Which means you have to work on your management skills. You have to work on your scheduling. Because you should know how to fit everything you're doing in to make everything run smoothly. Because if you're focused on, if you don't know how to manage, you're not going to be able to, be on your purpose, period. You know what I'm saying? Because the flaking is not just about women. You can flake. Let me tell you guys something. Exactly. You got to be consistent with your commitments. Let me tell you guys something. When I did my short film, How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, right? And most of y'all should have saw it already. It's on YouTube. Just Googling How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day movie or whatever, right? Now, when I did that movie, I auditioned maybe like 200 something people. Oh, no, I didn't audition. I had 200 and something people that were supposed to come to the audition who said they were coming to the audition. 200 people. Out of 200 people, 30 people showed up to the audition. 30 people out of 200 who said they were coming. You understand? So that means that, what, 170 something people flaked? So now let's say one of those people who flaked, their purpose or whatever was to be an actor and to be in the arts or whatever. And let's say they run across me again where I have the power or the influence or the connections to make a decision whether or not they can get from here to here. They can get this role. Do you think I'm going to make them get the role? Do you think I'm going to actually recommend them? Hell fucking no. You feel what I'm saying? Hell fucking no. Because you flaked before. Because you was on some bullshit before. This is what I'm saying. This is what guys got to understand. Is that When you doing all of that, see, again, a lot of times, and the thing is, there was a lot of guys who were supposed to show up to the audition that flaked. You understand? Because women, a lot of times, they'll flake because of their feelings and shit. Gerard was probably. Yeah, I'm gonna take calls in a few minutes. There's a lot of chicks that are flake because of their feelings and all this other goofy shit. You as a man, you're supposed to manage situations. You're supposed to lead. You're supposed to be able to do these things. You feel what I'm saying? You're supposed to be able to do these things. The same thing with, a lot of guys out here who are lying all the time. They're like, oh, I'm just gonna lie because chicks are lying. You feel what I'm saying? And then so what happens is that a lot of these guys end up acting real feminine. That's just their vibe. That's just their energy. Due to what 212 said, women ghost and they don't respond even if they recently told you the date was great. Yeah, that happens, dude. That shit happens all the time. But see, the thing is, look, you guys got to be on top of your shit as far as making sure that you're on point with what you're doing as a man. That's really what you got to do, because see, the world doesn't care. See, this is the thing. If you're a girl, right, and you're out in the street, a girl is out in the street crying for some reason, like she just looks upset, she starts crying. A whole bunch of people is gonna probably come to her, hey, are you okay? What's wrong? What's going on? If you stand in the middle of the street and tears coming out your eyes, ain't nobody coming up to you. In most cases, you feel what I'm saying? It's a different thing for you as a man. Period. So stop comparing yourself to women and say, well, women do this to women. And again, I said this in a video. You guys are sounding almost like how a lot of women were sounding when they were trying to compare themselves, or even still to this day try to compare themselves to being 100% equal to men. Women will say, well, men do this too. Well, if a man could do it, I could do it. No, you can't. You understand what I'm saying? You can't do everything a man can do. You're not supposed to do everything a man can do. Just like you're not supposed to be doing all the stuff that women are doing. You feel what I'm saying? But Jesus Christ, man. I mean, I'm just like, man, like, it's just so much. I'm just seeing so much feminine energy with a whole bunch of dudes out here today. Because I'm like, think about this. Just think about how crazy this sounds, right? Just think about how crazy this sounds. You have a lot of guys who are subscribing to, doing any and everything to get pussy, lying, cheating, stealing, whatever the hell they feel they need to do to get chicks. They're saying, well, I had somebody write a comment talking about under my flaking video. He said how, well, the MGTOWs say that you should flake to make her want you more. Now, first of all, I'm like, first of all, you going to MGTOWs for relationship advice? That's your first fuck up. But it's just little shit like this. I'm just like, that's crazy. Like, so you got dudes gravitating to lying, dudes gravitating to flaking, right? And then you hear a person like myself and other cats talking about, listen, how about you be honest? How about you have integrity? How about you not do this feminist? No, fuck that bullshit. That's crazy. Someone saying fuck that to honesty and integrity and being truthful to and being honest with yourself and going out there and being on your purpose and actually working to get what you want. That's bullshit to dudes nowadays. They don't want to hear that shit. It's crazy. They don't want to hear that shit. So it's insane that this is where it's gotten at this point, where dudes really don't want to hear real shit. Well, listen, let me take some calls real quick. Hold on. Yo,
Yo, Locario,
hold on one
what
second, one
up,
second. I
though?
gotta take my headphones out because I ain't hearing shit out this motherfucker. Hold on. Here we go. Yo, what up?
Yeah, yeah. What happened last time? I think I lost you or something.
Yeah, someone's going crazy. All right, so you can hear me now, though, right?
Yeah, yeah. I hear you good
All
now.
right, so you guys can hear me now in the chat room. Y'all can hear me now.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. Yeah, something I don't know what was going on. Man, anyway, what's
yeah.
going on, bro?
Yeah, what's going on? This is me, Russ from Jersey again. I'm mad. I missed the last few episodes, man.
Yeah,
I didn't
man.
have time, but it's all good though. I just got the notification that he was on there, but
All right.
the title got my attention. The women do it too bullshit.
Right.
It is funny because, and I understand. Like I said, I understand, and I do feel bad for the MGTOW dudes because they feel that if females can do it, why the fuck can't we do it?
Right.
But you understand, like
Right.
everybody has their position. Play your position, big. Like niggas don't understand that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember one time I was arguing with some chick about some bullshit. I forgot what it was. It was a while back. And I was like, "Oh, you females, damn, I forgot what I said to the girl." But she was like, "Well, I'm a female. What the fuck is yours? Because you a grown ass man."
Mm.
And when she said that, it kind of caught me. I was like, you know what? Yeah, this bitch is right. I shouldn't act like that. So after that, I just gotta stop doing this shit. But even it's like society has let women just do what they want, pretty much, which is not right.
Right, and see that, and that's the thing.
That's why I said how MGTOW guys, because even females like, even when I'm online dating, a lot of females go on there. I try to hit up a chick and she on some goofy shit and she talking shit to me. I'm like, who is this bitch talking to? But because she is female, let her go. Like even in the hood, like there's certain females, they pop their mouth to dudes. Now some dudes will knock a bitch out. They don't give a fuck about a female. They'll knock your ass out.
Right,
I don't co-sign violence, but you shouldn't be talking shit to nobody.
Right.
But, you know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, we live in a society where females get away with a lot of shit. Even in the law, like females get away with. You got women that commit crimes to get a soft sentence. Men do crimes. Them motherfuckers get handcuffed. They get thrown in jail.
Right.
And all that crazy shit.
Right.
Which I don't agree with that. Which shouldn't be that way. And because society does that shit, females are doing this out of pocket fuckery.
Right, and that's a good point. That's a good point. And this is why I always tell guys that when you're dealing with women, when it comes to a situation where you're dealing with women in a sexual relationship type of vibe or whatever, when it's you and her, you fucking with a girl, you always have to be on point, making sure that you're leading, you're managing the situation, and you're guiding the situation in the way it needs to go. Because unfortunately, the society, the way that society, interacts with women or like deals with women, society deals with women like how a beta male or a simp would deal with women. They just let them get away with shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Because they've been brainwashed by society.
Right,
That's the reason why.
Right. And then
and
so the thing is, you as a man, when you're interacting with whatever girl you're dealing with, you have to let her know that it's going to be a certain way when you're dealing with her. You feel, or when she's dealing with you, I should say. You feel what I mean? So it's like, look, when you're dealing with me, this is what it's going to go. This is what it's going to be. This is how it's going to be. And you show that through your actions and the things that you say. How you interact with her, certain things that you do is going to let her know, like, okay, this guy I can't really fuck with him on no bullshit. You feel what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so that's
You
how
know,
you really
and
let it go. You know what I mean?
and right, and that's what I was listening to. Even today, I heard the one you did with Steve the Dean.
Right.
And this guy, I think he's from Russia. What the fuck, this guy was from another country or some shit?
Yeah.
And
I know
the
you're
dude
talking
was
about.
like, he was fucking with this virgin, quote unquote. She said, I don't believe none of these bitches say,
Right.
but he said the girl was a virgin or some shit, and he said she wanted him to wait, and then he said, no, I don't want to wait, and then he said, yeah, I want to wait. I'm like, dude, what are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Yo, what the fuck is up with this shit?
Right.
And like I said, I don't know how it is in his country,
Mm-hmm.
but I'm sure they got feminism out there, wherever the fuck he at.
Right.
Like this whole world is like it's like supposed to be a man's world, but it's more like a woman's world. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, see, the thing is,
Brown,
the thing is, it's not even. See, the thing is, and this is what makes everything all fucked up, is because damn, my opinion, getting allergies and shit. But anyway, this is the thing. What makes it fucked up is that people don't know how to play their position, so therefore everything is kind of all over the place because, you know, men need women and women need men. You feel what I'm saying? The way that we're built, we complement each other. You see what I mean? There's a reason why women are so emotional. There's a reason why men sort of think a little bit more practically in a logical way, because it's supposed to be that way. So like, let's say for example, if you are with a woman, right? A woman will be more you know, she's a little bit more, I would say, like better as far as reading people and emotions and stuff and being a little bit more nurturing, while a guy is a little bit more just like, okay, we got to do this, let's go do this, and he's just straight thinking like, okay, I got to get this done. And so even though women also can have that, they're not as good at it as men, and men, even though we can be, you know, we have sort of like we have emotions and all that shit too, but we're not necessarily generally as, you know, emotional and in touch with those emotions like women are. You see what I'm saying? So what we are strong at, they're weak at, and what they're strong at, we're weak at, and generally, you know what I'm saying? So this is why I'm saying we need each other. But the thing is, you got a lot of women out here who's trying to be like dudes. And unfortunately, what I'm seeing now is you got a lot of dudes trying to be like women. You feel what I'm saying?
Role reversals. That's what it is.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I think Tariq Nasheed had a Mac Lessons radio show called Role. I got to go back and listen to that.
Right.
I got to listen to him.
Right.
He had a Mac Lessons radio episode called that. I was like, wow, I got to go back and peep that out. But he ain't lying, man, because like I said, the society is ass backwards out here in these streets. This shit gotta stop, man.
Nah, real shit. Real shit. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I just got one question for you.
Right.
I believe you talked about this in another video. I can't remember. About how men have they have a entitlement mentality. You know, and I kind of understand, because certain guys who have themselves together, who have their looks together, feels though, okay, I got my shit together. I deserve this woman. I deserve these females should be fucking me because it's that and the third. Now I got two questions. The first question is, your take on that. What's your take on men with that mentality? And the second question is, how could you approach a woman without having that entitlement? Because a lot of females get upset when guys say, "Oh, I'm tired of these men acting like they're entitled to my body because you look good and I have to fuck with you." So, like, the first question is, what's your take on entitlement? And the second question is, how should you, like, approach a woman without having that arrogant mentality about, you know, entitlement?
Right. Well, the thing is, as far as the whole entitlement thing, because, you know, what I was saying in that video is that a lot of dudes think, well, you know, because even, for example, a lot of guys, they'll think, well, I'm such a nice guy. I took this girl out. I spent money on her. I spent time with her. So I feel I deserve to get sex, or I deserve for her to keep wanting to see me. And so the entitlement from the guy comes from sort of his thought process of how you know, he's trying to go along in a situation, meaning he thinks that because he did A, B, and C, that means that he should be getting D, E, and F. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing that he doesn't understand is that, or the reason why guys have this entitlement is because they don't understand attraction. And this is what I be trying to tell dudes. Like, they really don't understand attraction, meaning they don't understand what makes a woman attracted to a man. They don't understand what makes a woman want to have sex with the guy like literally on the same night and quickly, or she doesn't want to wait, she wants to fuck this guy now. They don't understand that, and they don't understand what makes a woman want to continue to stay with a guy, have him as a boyfriend, all these different things. So a guy thinks that, oh, all I got to do is get a lot of money, all I got to do is have status, and if I look this certain way, then chicks are going to be flocking to me. And then when it doesn't happen, that's when they get upset because they felt that it was supposed to happen. You understand? It's almost like if you order something on Amazon, you don't get it, you get upset because that's what you expect to happen. You say, well, I did this, and then this is supposed to happen. So guys are like, well, I look a certain way, this is supposed to happen. I got a lot of money, this is supposed to happen. I got status, this is supposed to happen. So then when it doesn't, they're like all fucked up in the game, and they're upset, and they're pissed off at the chick, and then therefore that's where that entitlement comes in. But they don't understand attraction, because even if you understand how to attract a woman and you still don't get that particular girl, you still have to understand that that particular girl just wasn't into you. You understand? It just is what it is, and that's part of the game. So you just got to keep it moving. But to answer your second question, though, when you're talking about how do guys sort of be able to approach women without having that entitlement, is sort of like kind of like what I was saying with the answer to the first question, is that you have to understand attraction. You understand? And then you have to also understand the game overall, meaning, so you have to understand attraction to the point where that you want to have this feeling that I'm that dude that chicks want to fuck with. You understand what I'm saying? You want to have that feeling of I'm confident, I know girls want to get with me and all this other stuff. But at the same time, you have to let all of that go and not let your ego, you understand what I'm saying, get in the way of you seeing what's really going on. You see what I mean? Because even though you think you the shit, even though you think, look, I know how to get girls, I know how to talk, I know how to flirt, I know how to do all this other stuff, you still have to be prepared for there's going to be a time where it almost seems like you're doing everything right, everything seems cool, she seems like she's, being receptive to you, and you still don't make shit happen as far as what you're trying to make happen. And that's just the game. So
I get that all the time.
You know what I mean? Right.
I get that all the time.
Right. So if you don't have that in check, then you're gonna have that entitlement energy, and then that's the thing that is gonna cause you to do shit like, that motherfuckers do, like Harvey Weinstein's and all that other crazy shit. Because a dude like Harvey Weinstein, he's looking at it like, yo, listen, I'm Harvey Weinstein, I'm rich, I own all of this shit, I do this and I do that, girl, you supposed to be here in my fucking hotel room giving me dome. You understand? And
I ain't mad at a nigga for that, though. I can't knock a nigga who made it out the mud, so I ain't mad at that.
But see that's the thing, though. The thing is, a true player, a true guy who knows how to fuck with chicks, right?
Yeah.
He understands it's about being chosen. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And so that's the thing. You got to see when a chick is choosing you. You got to see when a chick, because the thing is really supposed to be where the girl is so overwhelmed with how into you she is that you don't really need to like do anything at a certain point. You need to be you need to be at a point where you could tell that, or you see that this girl's feeling you so much that it's undeniable. She's doing things and saying things and making things happen to the point where it's almost like you're like, damn girl, chill out, relax. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. That's how it should be. If you're the one that's like trying to keep chasing a girl and begging her to do stuff and grabbing her up and yo, come here, you see what I'm saying? Then you're fucking up. You see what I mean? And so
exactly. You don't want to do
right. That. So it's just a whole different mind state and a whole other thing. But again, this is if you know how to attract women, if you know how to do it right, that's the type of energy you're gonna have from women. If you don't know how to do it, then you are gonna be in those Harvey Weinstein situations. Because look at it, and this is the funny part, because again, what I find interesting about Harvey Weinstein situation is that dudes always talking about, yo, all you gotta do is get money. If you get money, then it's gonna be easy to get chicks. How much money Harvey Weinstein got? How much money all these other big actors and dudes in the media got? You understand? Why they gotta still do some bullshit to get a girl? If it was just about money, all they would need to do is just be like, yo, like Louis C.K. Louis C.K., comedian, he got fucking, he was jerking off in front of chicks. I'm like, dude, you know what I'm saying? If you Louis C.K. and you got status, You got money. I mean, he ain't the best looking dude, but he got 2 out of the 3, right? So if he got 2 out of the 3, how come he got to stand there and jerk off in front of chicks? How come these chicks ain't
That
sucking
dude
his
should
dick?
pay for some pussy. You gonna do that, my nigga? Just get an escort and call it.
Right, you know what I'm saying?
Don't do that shit like that. Come on, son.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's some pedophile shit. Like, what type of shit you doing? Shame on you.
That's what I'm saying. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, if it's just about the money, if it's just about the status, why do these rich, famous dudes gotta fucking be on this Me Too shit? You see what I'm saying? And that's what I always be trying to point to motherfuckers and say, look, y'all always talk about looks, money, status, this and this and that. I'm like, okay, well, look at your evidence right there that it's not just about the money and it's not just about the status. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, but that's it. I'm gonna let you finish the show.
Yeah, baby.
You know, fucking around with the snow. Tomorrow my birthday. I'm trying to celebrate and go
Well,
out
that's
there
what's
and
up.
have
Happy
some fun.
birthday, man. Happy birthday,
Yeah,
bro.
I appreciate it. You're gonna do another live on Friday, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do another joint on Friday too.
All right, definitely.
Yeah, man.
So next show, I'm gonna holler at you.
All right, bro.
Take it easy.
I'm holler at you. Peace.
All right.
Yeah, man. Let me see what else is this. Yo,
Locario.
what's poppin'? What's going on? Who's this?
Hey, this is Bob from Canada.
What's going on, bro?
Well, I got myself into a little bit of a sticky situation here, and I've been watching some of your videos on YouTube. Really enjoying the content.
That's what's
And
up.
I'm considering the $97 a month thing, even though
Yeah, you got to do it, bro.
yeah, I have no problem with pussy, but I just love what you have to say. I'm a singer, actually. Like I'm a singer, so I don't know. Never had a problem with the pussy, but
That's what's
right
up.
now I'm in a bit of a weird situation, so I thought I'd run it by you. So dating this girl, she's living right around the corner from me, and she's got a live-in boyfriend.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I just walked up to her the other night. She actually lives like a block away from me with this guy, and he's a mathematician. So I just walked up to her the other night. I saw them. I've met them probably like 2 or 3 times at different clubs and whatever, and they're always fucking fighting. You know, they're just like always fighting and shit, never getting along. So I walked right up to her when he went to the bathroom, and I just said, "Hey," like you call it, "What's poppin'?" I said, "Hey, what's poppin'? You know, like let's hang out. I just said flat out, you know, I'm attracted to you. I looked her in the eyes and said, I'm attracted to you. I want to hang out and like let's hook up. And you know, she fucking, of course, she pulled out her phone. I just said, you know, put your number in my phone and I'll call you, kind of thing. And she said, well, even better, I'll just text you right now. And so she did immediately. She texted me, whatever. So long story short, we've been going for about a month. You know, she came over and took everything off in about 5 seconds first time, and that was cool. She said, how did she word it? She said, like just your directness, which is, it just kind of goes to show like what you're trying to teach these guys, and that's kind of why I'm calling you right now, because like I want to give you props for saying that, because you're not talking about a bunch of nonsense. You're actually making
But let
sense,
me ask you this
know?
though. Hold on, let me ask you this though. So you said this chick has a boyfriend that lives with her. And you smashing this chick.
Yeah,
Dude,
and they live a block away.
I'm just saying, be careful, bro. Be careful. That's all I'm gonna say to you. Be careful. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's taller than me too.
Watch your back, man. That's all I'm saying. You feel what I mean? Because y'all some brave motherfuckers. Shit, y'all.
Well, dude, I mean, she's really fucking hot. So I was like, okay, I'll. She's probably like a 9 or something. I don't know. She's pretty hot. She's pretty hot. So, but I guess my question though is that here's my question. So she's blowing up my fucking phone all the time, just blowing up the phone, sending me selfies of her doing shit in her house and telling me about her life and whatever. And I'm really, really, really like not into it. Super trying to stay off the phone. I know the rules about texting before a date and blah 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 blah. I get it. You know, just text is a fucking enemy to pussy to date. It seems to be. You know what I mean? It seems to kill the attraction.
Right.
Like so she's super gung ho though about this stuff, and she kind of got really convincing and psychologically convincing in a way that, you know, I thought, okay, well, she wants to fucking text and shit, and like I can't always respond to her. But I'd respond, and then I could tell she started matching my texting time. which was really fucking weird. She started like, it'd be like an hour. It would take me an hour.
Yo, you know what you need to do with this girl, though, man? Listen, man, because see, the fact that this girl got a dude, you feel me? You need to keep this one at a distance, because right now is way too much stuff happening for you to be involved this heavy with this chick. You feel what I'm saying? Because how many times you smashed? How many times you hit it?
Like three times in the last like out of the 3 times we hung out, 3 times.
Man,
so every
dude,
time.
you need to you need to call it a day with that. You need to call and be like, listen, you know, you cool and all, we could still be cool, but I don't feel right, having sex with you when you got a boyfriend. So, you know what I'm saying?
You really? Yeah? You think I should? Oh,
yes.
Okay.
I think
she wants
I
to
think
hang
you
out
need to
Friday.
cut. I think you need to cut.
Hang out on Friday.
Wait, say that again.
Throw that one out there.
Say that
She
again.
wants to hang out this Friday. She said Friday night it's on. You know, we're gonna hang out at your place or whatever.
Dude, I'm telling you, you need to slow this down. You feel what I'm saying?
I mean, I do. I like her. So it's kind of confusing. But I mean, she told me. I hear what you're saying. Yeah.
Right.
Like, I don't know. We went out for some drinks, and she said, "Let's." What did she say? She said, "I'm fucking basically done with the guy." And I just said, "I don't care. Like whether you're with him or me." I said, "When you're with me, it's fine. You know, if you want to be with him."
Damn, son, you deep in, son. You in love, bro. You know.
You think so, really?
Dude, you, because, dude, man, you ready? You smashed it 3 times. She got a man that she cheating on.
Yeah. Yep.
I'm saying, dude, I'm telling you, be careful, son. Remember, I'm telling you this, okay?
Okay.
Because
okay,
look, you gotta. You ever heard of Ron Wills?
Absolutely. Yep.
My dude Ron Wills has a video out. He did this video the other day. I thought it was brilliant. It was called something about don't be a player if you ain't ready to fight, or don't get into the player game if you ain't ready to fight. And basically he was saying in that video is that, you know, in this game you're gonna get in situations, and you seem like you in that situation now where something could happen. You see what I'm saying? So my question to you is this girl worth you having all that drama come your way? You know what I'm saying?
It's a fair question. And I guess my answer would be I'm not 100% sure. Probably not. I mean, I don't have a hard time meeting women, so probably not. That's probably my answer.
And what I would tell you to tell her, I'll tell you to tell her this. Be like, listen, and this is what I would say too. Like, let her down easy, right?
Yeah.
Don't. And this is a lesson to all you guys out there, because some of y'all, the reason why y'all be getting fucked up in the game is because y'all be too harsh with these chicks sometimes. So what I mean is, like, let her down easy and be like, look, hey, I like hanging out with you. You cool and all that. Just right now, I'm actually been thinking about it. I really like you, but I don't feel comfortable doing this while you have a boyfriend. So if anything changes with you and your boyfriend, holler at me. And then leave it at that. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, just leave it at that. Like, leave it open-ended. Leave it to where you're not saying, hey, I don't ever want to see you again, but let her know, like, look, I like you, but this is, this and that. So, let's say her and her boyfriend is going to break up next week or something, or next month or whatever, then she hits you up, and then if you want to see her, and then you do it like that. You feel what I'm saying? Because right now, it's, you know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I mean, she's literally texting me, Locario. She's saying, like, I'm headed right over or whatever, and, like, for all he knows, her exact wording is, like, for all he knows, I'm at Starbucks reading a book.
Oh,
That's
God,
exactly
dude, I'm telling you, be careful.
It is funny, though.
Be careful. I'm telling you, watch your back, because ain't nothing worse than a simp scorned, son. I'm telling you. Like,
Okay. So one more thing, though,
right.
is that she flat out said, he's been cheating on her, and so she's probably trying to get a little bit of, there's some revenge there, or whatever.
Probably, but either way, that don't even matter, because, it don't matter what he doing. He don't give a fuck about what he do. He could cheat on her every day, but if he find out she cheating, that could be a whole nother joint. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know who you're dealing with, and especially when dudes are, when it comes to their girlfriends and stuff and their wives, and man, I'm telling
they're 3 years. They're like 3 years in, so it's a deep. But there's a fucking connection there, man. It was pretty undeniable.
See,
I'm telling you right now.
Dude, you in love, son. You in love. It's over for you, son. It's a wrap for you, son. It's over.
I'm surprised you think I'm in love. I don't know. I don't think I'm in love. I think she's cool or whatever. But
nah, man, you sprung, son. You sprung. You were supposed to hit that once and keep it moving. You fucking.
So that's the angle. Okay. Well, it was a little bit confusing because I saw some of your videos about, you were talking about like dating girls that had boyfriends and stuff, and it didn't seem like you were fully supportive of it. So I get where you're coming from now.
Right.
But you also didn't say it. I guess it just didn't make it. It was a little bit nebulous,
Right. Because the thing is, it depends. See, it depends on the situation. Like, let's say if you went and took a trip to freaking. I don't know, like Africa or something, right?
Miami,
if you went to Africa and you met some chick, and and you only there for one night, and she's there, and she's like, "Hey, I want to fuck," and you're like, "All right, cool," and then you're done. Then it is what it is. But you said homeboy lived down the block with her. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, they live a block away. Yeah, they live a block away.
That's what I'm saying. It's too close, bro. That's too close.
And the weirdest thing though, Locario, is that I haven't seen either of them in, they've been living there for 3 fucking years. I've never seen them, either of them.
Wow. So that you end up running into them one day. It's gonna be some crazy shit. So that's what I'm saying. And and a lot of times with these chicks too, what happens is let's say she gets into an argument with him, and then she's like, oh well, I'm seeing this other guy. He's gonna be like, who that other guy? And then she's gonna be on some crazy shit, be like, oh yeah, this is him, and you're, like all this dumb shit. So that's what I'm saying. Be careful, and yeah, keep us posted though, because I want to hear like what happens.
Yeah, I will. I'll keep you posted, and I guess it's a good thing I know how to take care of myself, and I also have a 60-pound dog, so I guess
shit.
Are too good.
Yeah, man. Watch your back, bro. I don't want to hear no crazy shit happening. All right.
No. But I want to say the last thing I want to say is out of all of the, I don't know how many people are watching this show right now or anything like that, but like genuinely from the heart, like as a dude that's really never had problems with chicks, and that is me. I promise you. I've always been able to pick up lots of pussy.
Right.
No bragging there. But I just think like you are on point, as you call it, and like your advice is fucking totally legit. I love, I get the Corey Wayne thing and stuff. I get it, but he just kind of seems to talk about, for me, like the same 14 principles or 8 principles over and over and over. And your theory of this whole thing is way more robust, and it's way more attractive to chicks. Like guys just have to be fucking honest. Tell a woman what you want,
right?
Flat out, just tell her, "Hey, I'm here for sex or whatever. Like I'm attracted to you," and don't do it in a fucking needy, nerdy way.
Right.
Just say flat out, let's hang out. I think you're great. Put your number in my phone. It's really fucking simple. It's not this complicated.
Right.
That's my perspective, and I think it sounds like it's yours too.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
definitely, man.
So
I appreciate it, bro.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, hit us up and let us know what's good, all right?
I will, buddy. Great chatting with you, man. Thanks. All the best, eh?
All right, peace, bro.
Okay, ciao.
Yeah, man. Dude, he going in. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, this is Middleton J.
What up? What's going on with you, bro?
Hey, man, ain't shit, man. You know what I mean? But, like I said, man, I'm still out D.C., man. Man, doing the security thing, man, Right. I done run through a little situation, man. Well, not really, but, I just want to get your opinion on it, man.
Right.
All right, but any two way, man. You know what I mean? So, like I said, man, I ran into this cougar. That's really my thing, man. First, I love them like bright and almost white, and I love older women, So, with that being said, I ran into this cougar, man. She got to be at least like 40, But, I feel like, my homeboys was like, you can't go at her, the same way you would a woman that's around your age. Because, I'm 25. I'm 25 years of life, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, they're like, man, she older. So, you kind of got to bypass the bullshit. So, instead of, because for example, like, when you get a girl number, and, me personally, I wait like 3 days. That way they don't get validated or whatever. Keep them in the mix. But, they was like, my homeboy was like, well, now you can't do that. You know, she's established. You know, she's 40. You know what I'm saying? She don't really got the time for the game, so you could be more straightforward and stuff.
Right.
So I'm thinking, well, what you think about that? You know what I mean? How would you go about that? You know, for a 25 dealing with a 40-year-old.
Yeah, I agree. That's the thing. You want to cut to the chase, not be on some BS. And I would say that for like any chick you're dealing with generally, but especially a older chick. You know what I'm saying? Because if generally an older woman, she is more comfortable with herself. See, the reason, this is the thing with younger girls don't know where the hell they're going or what the hell they're doing generally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Meaning, so they're all over the place. So the thing is, once a woman is older, she's past all that goofy bullshit. So the thing is, you ain't got to, you could just be like, yo, this is what it is, and then they'll let you know, hey, it is what it is or whatever. The younger girls that are around your age, you know what I mean? They're still sort of figuring stuff out. A lot of them. You feel what I mean?
Right.
So
And
yeah,
'cause,
Go ahead. What you saying?
No, but what I was saying was, you know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, man, you know what I mean. I prefer to deal with a woman of substance. So that way, if a bitch try to set you up, or you know what I'm saying, or if a bitch already got some money up, then you don't necessarily got to worry about her coming out the woodwork, you know what I'm saying, trying to get at you, man. Because at the end of the day, man, most of them type bitches, man, that still be like going to nightclubs and stuff, that's in their 40s, that's established. They just really want a boy toy. You know
right? Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. You see what I'm saying?
And I'm that nigga, man. You know what I mean? I have no problems, running up, coming at 12 o'clock at night, man, and and doing her right, man. Because a lot of the older niggas, man, they ain't worried about her. They trying to get the younger bitch.
Right. Exactly. So yeah, so you just got to be straight up with them, and just be straight up generally with all these chicks, because you don't want to really waste too much time. You feel what I'm saying? So you want to be able to let them know, like, hey, this is what I'm trying to do. And let's make it happen. And 9 times out of 10, with older women, all you need to do really is be straight up honest with them, and let them know how much you want them. You understand what I'm saying? Because see, with older women, since older women are, physically not as tight as, a 22-year-old, you feel what I'm saying? She's always thinking, okay, well, maybe my looks are fading. I'm not as sexy as I was before. Blah blah blah. All that other shit, right? So if you're showing her, you're letting her know, like, yo, you sexy as hell. I want to do this. I want to do that, and really lay it on, not too thick, but thick. You feel what I'm saying? Because then she'll really be feeling it. Because then it's like, okay, I got this young dude who's really trying to make something happen. You see what I mean? So yeah, so you ain't gotta really be, doing all that other extra shit. You know what I'm saying? So,
right. So when you say tight, you understand me? When you say tight, you understand me? You talking about her walls, you understand me, or physically, just how she look overall?
No, I'm just saying how she look overall. I'm just saying overall.
Okay.
An older chick, like if you got like a 45-year-old woman, she's not gonna look generally. You understand? She's not gonna look as like tight as, like, as far as like good, as far as smooth as a freak, you know what I'm saying? As like a 20-year-old. She ain't
gonna be in her peak years.
Right, exactly. So, that's what I'm saying. And so that's what you focusing on that, letting her know, like, yo, you sexy as hell, let's make something happen. And then it's easy for you to make something happen with her. You feel what I'm saying? And so, with the older chicks, just be straight up with it. Because what you're gonna get is you're gonna get a lot of chicks, with the older crowd, who's gonna say shit like, "Oh, you too young," like you're gonna hear that a lot. So when you hear that, sometimes it's just, this is why I say you gotta sort of lay it on thicker, because you gotta let them know, like, nah, look, that ain't nothing. We both mature, we both adults. Let's make this happen. Blah blah blah. I'm feeling you, all this other stuff, and then so that makes them come around a lot of times when that's going down. You see what I'm saying?
Okay, so, when you're more straightforward or whatnot,
right?
And you're not really cutting around the corners like you do with a younger woman,
right? And even with the younger ones, you shouldn't do that shit, because truthfully, the younger ones are gonna waste way more time. You know what I'm saying? That's why you gotta even be more up, straight up with them and let them know, like, what it is, so you don't waste too much time on the young ones. You see what I'm saying? So that's really what it's about. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay.
Yeah,
I
man.
mean, I see what you're saying, man. But hey, man, say before I go, man, can I kick some ism right quick to the chat?
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh yeah, man. To all the niggas in the chat, man, you know what I'm saying? End of the day, 2018, man, we only fucking with bitches with substance, man. So at the end of the day, if the bitch ain't bringing us to the table, man, hey man, she won't be in my stable. I'll be the bitch at home with her Aunt Mabel, watching basic cable, man. And when she get her shit tight and her stomach right, she gonna kick it with me, man. We can go home and watch Family Matters all night. Yes, man.
Alright, that's what I'm talking about. That's what's up, bro. I'm gonna holler at you,
All
man.
right, man. Appreciate you, man.
Alright, peace.
All right.
Dude, spin that pimp game right there. Shit. Man. But yeah, man, you got to be straight up with these. Dude, you guys do not want these women wasting your time, man. I'm telling you. You don't want the chicks wasting your time. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, hello?
Yo, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey, this is John Doe.
What's going on?
Hey, man, I'm just calling. This is the live chat?
Yeah, you on, bro. You on live. What's going on with you, man?
Oh, okay. Well, basically, I just want to say, you know, I've heard you cover this topic in general, but my thing is, like, I have a... Are you still there?
Yeah, man. Go ahead. You on live, bro. You on live on the air. We got to keep this moving. What's going on with you?
Okay. Well, I have a 5-inch penis.
Oh Lord, here we go. Here we go.
And,
Here we go with the trolling.
no, I'm not a troll, for real. I'm being serious. And then you know how, like, a lot of people say, like, oh, it's the girth that matters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you gotta, like, please them with your fingers and all that. But, I mean, you know, like, there's certain, like, sexual positions that, like, you can't really, like, if a girl has a big butt, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's harder to do certain things, you know what I'm saying? And I feel like people don't cover that topic, you know?
Well, dude, you're going to have to get it in where it fit in, man. You're going to have to either not get with the big booty girls or hit them from the side, hit them from the missionary. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, your 5 inches ain't that bad. You'll be fine. You feel what I'm saying? You will be fine, bro. Just practice on your stroke. You feel me? All right. Man, you guys are hilarious. Oh, my goodness. Heathen Deluxe, he said Bobby McTell was the best troll. Hell yeah, I remember that. That shit was hilarious. That shit was hilarious. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, Locario, what's up, man? It's McCann calling from Jersey.
What's popping? What's going on with you, bro?
Man, chilling, man. I'm just checking out the live, man, and I got a general question as far as relating to the tonight's topic or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Just being observant of the game, right? Like I remember you earlier said you got men acting like women and women acting like men,
right? And
just being observant of the game, I noticed that the women think the same way. Like they think, okay, I gotta get a degree,
mm-hmm.
I gotta get a master's,
right.
I gotta get a high paying job, I gotta get a career,
right? And
then once they attain those things, and then they realize they're still having trouble trying to find a man that wants them.
Exactly.
Then they all their minds is all messed up. Like they're basically trying to connect their high positions in life with value, pretty much.
Right.
And my question is, and also too, like just being around different women, I noticed like women that are from the hood, like their isms are like they act like men. You know what I'm saying? So my question is, say if you're attracted to either one of those women that I just mentioned, like how do you get them to turn down their masculine and turn up their feminine?
Well, you got to step to them on a masculine thing. That's the thing. You got to step to them on that masculine, and either one or two things is going to happen. Either y'all going to butt heads because it's too much masculine energy, or she's going to start to get into her feminine because you're on your masculine. You understand?
Right.
It's that same thing. It's that balance. It's always going to be that balance. Whenever, those two things interact with each other or two things collide, is always going to be some sort of balance, because the reason, and the thing is, usually those type of women end up getting beta males and simps, because the beta male of the simp balances that out, balances her masculinity out. You feel what I'm saying? So, so that's what it is. It's always going to be just like when you have lesbian and gay relationships. You got two women. One is the more masculine. One is the more feminine. Same thing with a lot of times the gay relationships with the dudes. You have a dude who might be a little bit more masculine and a dude who might be more feminine. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So that is just the way it is. You know what I mean? Because masculine and feminine energy. You understand? It's like men and women are just physical representations of the feminine and masculine energy. You see what I'm saying? And men generally have more masculine, and women generally have more feminine. You're gonna have some guys here and there that's gonna have feminine. You're gonna have some women here and there that's gonna have masculine. But generally, the men have more masculine, and generally women have more feminine. So this is why I say that you have a lot of like guys out here on some feminine stuff, and it doesn't really work because their nature is that masculinity. And women, they be trying to be on some masculine stuff, and it doesn't work because their nature's femininity. You see what I'm saying? So it's like people trying to go against the shit.
Because to me, when I see women act like that, it's very unattractive to me.
Right, exactly.
And it's like, and it goes back to what you said. It's like men and women they're switching, is role reversal. It's like they're mixing up their materialistic possessions, and they think that they have value.
Right.
And it goes back to what the dean was saying. That's just the things that I have. That doesn't make me as a man who I am as a man.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
And it just, I don't know, it just struck me just being the observer of the game, and I just see that a lot now. I just see like a lot of women just acting like men, and it's such a big turnoff.
Right,
so,
right. and it's funny because they wonder, they're like, how come I can't get no dudes? And I'm like, yo, because you acting like a dude. You feel what I'm saying?
Dude,
you acting like a dude.
And oh man, I tried to school this girl that I used to go to high school with. She like, I'm trying to find a husband and all this, base. I'm like, I'm thinking in the back of my head, you don't have no value.
Right.
No man is looking at you as valuable. So I'm trying to school her to the game, and she was, she ain't want to listen. So I'm like, I ain't gonna go back and forth.
and see, this is the thing that's happening with the guys. Since men have a lot of this feminine energy, they're having a hard time really attracting women. But also, too, what happens is a lot of these guys, they will attract women with that feminine energy. But again, they're attracting the more masculine women, the more dominant the women, the more women, and then so these women, they'll get a dude, but they're not really getting the dude they want. So they're not getting a dude, or they're getting a dude they don't really want. You feel what I'm saying? So it's either one of those two.
It's like the natural polarity of that relationship is never going to be the correct way.
Exactly, right. Exactly. Because each person's always going to feel like something's off. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's usually what happens, is that, that's what goes down. So a lot of these dudes out here who's really on some feminine stuff, they're having like a hard time getting women because they're trying to follow the woman. And this is what I always say to the guys, is that you got to figure out what you're about.
Being petty.
Have the women follow you, right? And not be on some other shit where they say, well, I'm gonna lie to this girl and pretend that I want this and that so that I could be with her. And then, and I'm like, dude, you're going about it the wrong way, because the girl's never gonna, because even when the other day on when me and Steve the Dean was on, we had a caller who said that there was a girl who said she just wanted to be friends. And then the guy said he didn't want to be friends. And then he changed his mind and said, all right, I'll be friends with you. You see what I'm saying? And then so then he thought...
He fucked it up.
Right, exactly. He thought being friends with her was going to get him the gateway to sort of like get in with her and all. I'm like, dude, you're fucking up. Because she would have been way more interested in him when he said, nah, I'm not trying to be a friend. This is what I'm trying to do. So either you fucking with it or not. You see what I mean? You see what I mean? So it's crazy.
In a situation like that, right? What should you do if the girl tells you, okay, she has a boyfriend, right? But she's still constantly calling you and texting you and trying to connect with you as if she doesn't even have a boyfriend. So, like you said, what's the best way to kind of like
get her to realize, like, listen, I'm not trying to play this friend zone game or this detention game that you're trying to do. Like, what's the best way in that situation to play that?
Yeah, that's what you tell her. You be like, listen, I ain't trying to do this.
Even if you tell her, even if you told her already, you're not trying to, and she's
then
and
you ignore her ass, you block her fucking calls, all that shit. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So you tell her with the information and say, listen, I'm not gonna be talking to you no more. If you got a man, we ain't talking. That's it. Period. Like, you got a man, we ain't talking. We're done.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
And then that's it.
Right.
So, and because the thing is this, you what guys don't understand is that you have to this is why I say dudes is on some feminine shit. As a guy, you have to be the rock, right? These dudes
gotta lay your foot down.
Right. These dudes are acting like the weather. The women are like the weather. You're supposed to be the rock. So now what happens is that the way the rock is always the rock. So that's me telling a girl, listen, my position is I want to fuck you. And my position's going to be I want to fuck you today, tomorrow, next week, next year. That's what my position. So until you're ready to be in this situation with me fucking, then there's no use for you here. You feel what I'm saying? And so that's what you need to tell them, because there's been so many times where I've had chicks that, I hollered at, and they was on some, let's just be friends. And I'm like, no. Listen, you got my number. You could call me when you're ready to make something happen, right? So then these chicks will call me just trying to talk, and I would immediately shut that shit down. I'd be like, listen, are we fucking? You coming over? Oh, no? Okay, well, goodbye. You feel what I'm saying? And then so what happens is that when those girls is ready to fuck, that's when they eventually call and be like, oh, can you come over? Can we do this? Can we do that? Because now they know that's all that I'm supposed to do. You feel what I'm saying? Right. That's all you're calling me for. Period. Ain't nothing else we doing except for that. You know what I'm saying? So
back to the relation to the original question. Basically, if you have a female, right, and you're attracted to her, but it's like her isms or like kind of like mannerisms of a man, kind of. Should you just be direct with that chick and be like, listen, man, I fucks with you, but just basically be on some smooth shit. Not trying to hurt her feelings or whatever, but basically just try to explain to her, like, listen, these are some of the A, B, and C, D of things that you're doing that I don't like. Should you just go directly at her that way, so that way she can decrease her masculine and increase her femininity?
No, well, this is the thing. You don't need to do any of that. The thing is, see, it depends on what you're trying to do with her, and also sort of how she's coming at you. So, for example, let's say that you guys like you like her, she likes you, but she's sort of like has that masculine energy, but but the thing is you're able to smash. You understand what I'm saying? So just smash. Right. You feel what I mean? You don't got to tell her nothing, even though she acting this way, act that way. If you want to smash, and the way she's acting, if that's not infringing on you smashing, if that's not annoying you to the point where you're it's annoying you to get to the smashing, then if none of that's happening where it's annoying you or it's a big deal or whatever, let her do her, and then you do you by smashing. Now, in the event, let's say that you actually, let's say she wants to be a girl. You feel what I'm saying? And and let's say she's like, oh, but I like you, I want to be a girl and all this other stuff, or she's starting to call you more, she's starting to want to hang out more, she's starting to want to do more shit, so she's starting to try to put herself in a situation to where she's she wants to be more of like a girl. You understand what I'm saying? And so the thing is, at that point, that's when you got to tell her the shit. So let's say, for example, she's like, hey, I want to be your girlfriend. Where is this going? I want this to be this. And you say, okay, well, listen, I'm going to tell you now, like, I'm not really for all of that type of shit you doing. Like, if a girl's going to be my girl, she got to be doing A, B, C, and D. And right now, you ain't doing that type of stuff. So if you want to be my girl, you got to do this and do that. You feel what I'm saying?
Because my thing is, like you said, you're being a man, you're laying down your foundation, and that's your standard. You're laying down your standard. And my thing is, I feel like if you get to that point with a chick, right, and she's trying to be down with you and you trying to make something happen,
Mm-hmm.
and you like her and you trying to let her know, okay,
Right.
you want to be my girl. These are the things you need to do. I feel like if you tell a chick what it is,
Mm-hmm.
and she not trying to follow your lead, then I feel like she's not really down for you.
Right. Exactly. Exactly.
Because that's kind of like the situation I just referred back to the chick that got a dude now. Like, you know, she was, you know, at first we were talking or whatever the case may be, and I just felt like she's one of those chicks where she wants the man to follow her lead, and I told her I'm not that type of dude. So
Right.
if you really want to be my chick, you need to do A, B, C, and D.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just see that she wasn't trying to follow my lead. So
Right.
I just like, well, I just took it like, okay, she's not really down for me then, because I feel like a chick want to really be my girl and she's sincere about it. She gonna respect my standards and she's gonna follow my lead.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So,
Exactly. And that's what it is. That's what it is. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, with these chicks, you know, if they were on that super masculine stuff, you understand what I'm saying? Because like I've dealt with chicks who had that sort of like masculine energy to a certain extent, but
right.
a lot, you know, some of those are just like short flings, like one night stand type of shit. You understand what I'm saying? Where I'm not fucking with you long term with that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like that ain't gonna happen. You feel what I mean? So, but if it was a long term thing, then she gotta switch that shit up. She gotta, you know, that shit ain't gonna work. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it is,
That's
bro.
what it is.
Yeah,
that's
man.
what it is. I just want to let the chat room know, man, y'all got to be more observant of the game, man, because like I said, I just started really noticing this recently, man, with these women, man, they really acting like men, and these men out here really acting like women, man. But I'm going to get off your line, man. I'm going to let some of the other players get on the line now.
All right, bro.
It's always a good time talking to you, man.
All right, bro. I'm gonna let you, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's too, you know, too much of that feminine energy, bro. I don't understand. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Locario.
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey, man, I promise I called earlier and everyone thought I was trolling, but I'm not going to say that no more because people thought I was trolling. But I have a message to say if you don't mind.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, well, first I just want to say thanks for answering my call. Appreciate it. And I've been watching your videos. It really has been helping me.
All right.
And I just want to tell everybody listening that, you know, we're all born unique, you know. You know, there's never going to be another person like you on this earth ever, and there never has been, even if that sounds corny, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you just got to follow and do what you want to do. Everyone has a purpose. If you don't know your purpose, you can figure it out, or you can create one. And just do what you do. You know, find your principles, stick to your principles. And like you said, it's just a numbers game. Just, you know, talk to as many women as you want, and then the ones that follow you, you know, you can choose those. You know.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro. Just, you know, you just got to go out there and put yourself out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? And you sound like you're very what's the word I'm looking for? Like nervous right now. Is this how you talk to girls?
Yeah, right now I am like nervous because I feel like everyone's like listening to me and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Well, at least you know that you're nervous, which is good. So you're acknowledging it, and then as you do your thing, as you progress, the nervousness will subside, and then you'll be a little more comfortable. Once you're a little bit more comfortable, that's when it's going to be easier for you to get chicks and all that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that's all it is. That's all it is. But yo, let me get a few more of these calls because I know these dudes is like hitting this shit up crazy. All right. But yeah, keep doing your thing, bro.
All right. Have a good night.
Peace. All right. I seen Geraro was trying to call up. Oh, let me see. 646-481-3901. Let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, Mr. Locario, it's
What's poppin'?
Anthony from Connecticut.
What's going on, bro?
Chillin'. Yes, I just had a question. You know, some questions about cold approach and the day game and all that.
Right.
Yeah, so right now, I'm just working on transitioning to just making day game, my top priority. I've really been following you and James Tuss. Like, you guys are like my two favorites. Like,
That's what's up.
so really one of my questions is because I remember you posted a video not too recently about like 3 ways to help you with cold approach. And one of the things I wanted to ask was how do you have any tips on like how to really shake off that nerve? Because you mentioned like don't think about it, just go for it. It's a lot more. I wouldn't say it's a lot, but it is easier said than done in a way because just that whole daytime structure and the fact that they're not in that whole mood. Like how do you shake off some of that anxiety?
Well, see, a lot of the anxiety again comes from how you're like the thinking of what it's going to be like before you go and do this thing or when you're going to go and do it. So a lot of it really is like I was saying earlier, or what you mentioned was that you really just have to push yourself and to do it. Like I always say, like like how when you take off a Band-Aid, when you're doing it all real slow and shit, it hurts, but you just got to rip it off. You feel what I'm saying? You got to do it because once you're in it, a lot of times that makes it easier because you're in it. When you're in the situation talking, that makes it easier. So a lot of times what's going to happen is that you're still going to have that anxiety. Like, a lot of I say for most people, it's never really going to go away, the anxiety, but the nervousness and anxiety is going to be a little bit less the more times you do it. You see what I'm saying? So I was always looking at it as like like I always use the pool example or the pool analogy where it's like when you get into that swimming pool, it's cold as hell. So you dip your foot in and then you're like, shit, this shit is cold. And then you dip your foot in again and then you put your leg in and then you go in and now you're in there and you're freezing. But as you're in there for a while, you start to get used to the water. You feel what I'm saying? And so when you get used to the water, everything is cool. You're just like, okay, whatever, I'm good now, blah, blah, blah. But it's just first getting in there. So a lot of times you just got to jump in. You got to just, you know what I'm saying? Like make it happen there. And then that's going to subside all of that anxiety the more you do it. But see, this is why I tell guys they got to do it every day. You understand? Or just continuously. You see what I mean? Because if you don't do it continuously, that's the thing that's going to get you it's almost like you're going to have to start over. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So that's the thing that you don't want to get yourself in that position. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I made like a little schedule for myself, like because I'm off tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow's Thursday, so I'm off Thursday and Friday. So basically, NCT like outside is not too popping, but like there's like a few places like the mall and like some spots like where a lot of like people, like a lot of chicks be around. So I'll make this schedule where, okay, I'm gonna do the mall, then do places like Whole Foods or Trader Joe's, like with my boy, and and that's kind of what I want to do, and I want to make it like an all day thing. Like my goal is to at least try and get like 3 to 5 numbers. I think that's very manageable in like a day.
Right. No, that's doable. You know what I'm saying? That's and the thing is, the more you do it, the more easier it gets for you. The more comfortable you are, and then the more success you're gonna have at this. Because you gotta understand with the when you're out there, especially during the day and shit, and it's regular shit or whatever, a lot of the women, you gotta understand that you're gonna run into women who got boyfriends, who got husbands, who just came out of a relationship, who has like 2-3 dudes she's already seeing, so there's so many variables as to why shit, won't go as smooth. So this is why you can't really take it too seriously or make it such a big deal. You see what I mean? Because the thing is that you got to look at this as you're training yourself to be comfortable doing that whenever you want to make it happen or whenever you want to do it. You see what I mean? And that's the point. That's the point of doing it. The point of doing it is to teach yourself to be able to be that guy who can really make it happen whenever. This is why I be trying to tell cats, like, cause dudes, they hit me up and they're like, yo, why is your bad boy membership so expensive and this and this and that? The reason why first of all, I don't even think it's expensive for what you're getting, but the reason why it's expensive, quote unquote, is because the stuff you learn, you understand what I'm saying, is stuff that you can take and use for the rest of your life. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the
Exactly.
thing. You see what I mean? So it's something that you can continuously use. You see what I mean?
No, but it's funny you brought that up because I used to think your shit was expensive too, and then my friend who also follows, he's like, "Yo, go on them RSDs and look up their online packages."
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying, and rightfully so. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of cats. If you go online, man, like I was telling on my other live stream, like me and my dude Miles just spent $3,500 on a business course. You feel what I'm saying? So
Damn.
but see, the thing is that 3,500 can make us 100 grand. You feel what I'm saying? Within the next year, probably. You feel what I mean? So that's what the thing is. So again, it's the same thing where whatever you're putting in, you're gonna get out if you're actually doing the work and you need to do. You see what I'm saying? So that's what
Absolutely.
it's about. That's what it's about.
Yeah.
Man. You feel me? But yo, I appreciate the call, my dude. I gotta get a few more of these for I head up out of here. But yeah, keep doing your thing,
problem,
dude.
man.
All right.
All right, take
peace.
it easy.
All right, let me see who this is. This person been calling like crazy. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
What's up, bro?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
Regar.
Who?
I thought this was live. Regar.
LeVar?
Regar.
Okay, I can't even. Where you from?
I'm from Detroit, Michigan.
All right, so what's going on with you?
Shit, I just want a quick couple of questions. I thought I was the only one going through all this.
You thought you was you thought you was the only one that that was trying to learn some game. What's going on?
No, I love the game, but what's going on with today's world? Like why is I don't know, why is women, who's behind this little dehumanizing men? What's up with all this?
I mean, well, that's the world we living in today, man. You just got to make sure you're on point. You know what I'm saying? That's it. So what's going on with you though? What else is going on with you?
I mean, shit, that's everything else is pretty fine. I just had to take time out of my life to step back and look at all this. Wow. Wow. I'm even getting grown women trying to question the brother.
Right.
I've been quiet for years. Don't get that confused.
Right.
I'm looking at the same shit y'all looking at, but it look like y'all condoning.
Right. Well, that's the thing, man. You just gotta stay on point so that you don't get caught up in the bullshit, and then you meet other women who are on point, and then you fuck with them. That's all it really is. You know what I'm saying? Everything else, you just need to be, aware of it. And then, that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Just stay on point with your shit. You feel me? But yo, I'm gonna holler at you later because I got a few more people calling in. I want to get a few more people before I get up out of here, all right?
Okay, thanks, bro.
No problem, bro. All right. There are a lot of people calling up in here. Let me see who this is. Yo, what's going on? Who's this?
Yo, Mr. Locario, what's good, man? This is Ed from VA.
All right, what's popping with you, bro?
Nothing much, man. I had a quick question since we on the subject of the whole "well, women do it too" type thing.
Right.
All right. So my question is, you know how sometimes women will have attitudes or they'll get hot and everything. Now, my question is, as a man, how do you differentiate that line between, I guess, putting your foot down as a man and being assertive and not being the whole, oh, you're just bitching like a bitch type thing?
Well, the thing is, everything is all in your demeanor, your tone, the context of, what's happening and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because, as a man, you got to be able to control your emotions, man. You feel what I'm saying? And so the thing is, because look, women, they look to a guy. Again, I was talking to the other caller about this, to be that rock. This is the balance. Women, they'll get so emotional that they'll be all over the place. This is why you'll see a woman slap a guy in the face, even though he could destroy her because he's physically stronger than her. You feel what I'm saying? But as a dude, what happens is that you being able to control your emotions, to be able to think on a practical level, right? That's going to make the situation easier for everybody. You see what I'm saying? So the sort of like the thing of, you know, the thin line between being on some bitch shit and just putting your foot down is you just being able to state what needs to be said, what needs to be done, and then make sure that that's done without having to go get all extra and get all in your emotion. Because a lot of times, certain guys, they get so emotional to the point where they're going off, or they're having that same energy as the chick. See, they're going off the female's energy. You understand? There, and see, that's the thing. You have a chick that will do something stupid, and then the guy will get so hype and crazy and exaggerated, and she's hype and crazy and exaggerated, and then so like he's going off of her energy. What he needs to do, he sees that she's on some crazy shit. He needs to be able to say, "Yo, calm down. This is what we're gonna do, and this is the plan. This is what's gonna happen." And that's that. And then he brings her back down to his energy. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the thing. That's the point of you being a leader. You see what I'm saying? And so that's the function of what's going on there. And so a lot of guys, they don't know how to do that. They don't know how to be that because they've bought into the lie that we're all equal. You feel what I'm saying? Like, oh, we're the same and we can that's that bullshit. So this is why guys start acting all feminine and start doing all this other stuff because, you know, they're like, oh well, if she could do it, I'm gonna do it too. No. You're a man. Like, be a man. Stop being on that bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? And so, you know, unfortunately, a lot of dudes don't got fathers or don't got male role models to let them know what the fuck it is. And then this is why they get so influenced by being around a whole bunch of women, doing the shit women doing, and thinking, oh, that's a cool thing. And I'm like, nah, that's not the way to go. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, it just is what it is. And it's something that cats got to really be very aware of when they're dealing with women. And the funny part is that a lot of these dudes that have these feminine tendencies, they attract very masculine type of women with a lot of masculine energy, and you know, and shit doesn't go right in that manner anyway. Because a lot of guys will see dudes like those dudes with chicks, and they're like, well, they're still getting girls and this and this and that, but their whole situation is all over the place. The girl is miserable and he's miserable because they're both, you know, out of alignment with how they naturally want to be anyway. You feel what I'm saying? So it's crazy out here.
Yeah, because I noticed with me, you know, I'm a real laid back kind of dude, but chicks always, you know, they tend to complain and they be like, oh, I like a guy who's assertive and could put me in my place, and I'm just like, I'm not the type of person to sit here and argue because I don't find any point in arguing with people, and I don't like to get like, you know, angry because I don't like to get, you know, like they say, my emotions in a bunch and all that stuff.
Right,
so
but also too, see, the thing is, people think that, like, because she's like, oh, I want a guy to put me in place and all this other stuff. That doesn't necessarily mean being a dude who's fucking like gonna be on some loudmouth shit and telling her a whole bunch of bullshit and going crazy. You understand? Is more so you being able to check her. And checking her doesn't necessarily mean you being on some rah-rah shit. You see what I'm saying? So you can check a chick and be calm as hell. And in fact, that's the better way to do it. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, that's what it is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Right.
Well, thank you, man. I appreciate you.
All right, no problem, bro. Appreciate the call, bro. All right? Yeah, man. So, you know, that's what it is, man. This guy's got to... Guys got to get more into your masculine essence, bro. It's gonna be all right. You guys got to stop being on that chick shit, B. Yo, what's going on? Yo.
Peace to the guy, Mr. Locario. I finally got through.
All right, what's going on? Who's this?
Hey, what's happening? It's Joel.
All right, what's popping, bro?
I'm having some big problems. Before I get into, I'm only gonna be like 2 minutes. Before I get into it, I went into this Rite Aid and I saw this nice looking Spanish girl with these big tits. Mm-hmm. So she rung me up and I handed her my phone and I was like, put your number in my phone. Mm-hmm. And she gave me this strange look. Mm-hmm. She was like, what? I was like, put your number in my phone. And she put her number in my phone. And then I shot her a text like a day or two. And then I don't know, she kind of disappeared. But the problem I'm having is the women that I've been meeting over like the last 2 months, they keep wanting the video. I don't have time to video. It's like in the like back in the day, they used to just call. So now all these girls keep trying to video. So sometimes I answer.
Like video chat? Like you talking about like FaceTime and all that shit?
Yeah. Usually like Facebook Messenger or the Google Hangouts and all the kind of different things like that. So
right.
They keep trying to video. So sometimes like I'll answer, but I'll turn the video off and they'll be like, well, why can't I see you? And then another girl, she's like, well, why aren't you answering? Who the fuck are you talking to? Like, they get manly like the dudes were talking about. So I've been wanting to ask you, like, how do you deal with that when you meet all these girls and they want a goddamn video?
Well, tell them, look, be like, look, if you want to see me in person. That's it. You feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you want to see me, come meet me when you free. That's it. Because, again, you always want to frame it how you want to do shit. Forget how she want to do shit. They don't, whatever. You understand? Look, if we communicating, I'll text you. I'll probably call you, and we're gonna set something up. We're gonna meet up. That's it. So if she's like, "Come on, let's do video chat." No. Listen, I ain't got time for that. If you want to see me, you come through and see me. When are you free? You understand? Because the thing is, again, that dissipates all the attention whoring, because a lot of times they could be doing that just for attention whoring. They ain't really trying to do nothing. They ain't really about nothing. They just want to waste your time on the phone doing all this other shit. So you just let them know, like, look, if you want to see me, come through and make something happen. Because obviously you acting like you want to see me, so actually come see me. That's it. And if she's acting weird or she's trying not to do that, you just charge them to the game. That's just letting you know. That's the good thing about really being on top of what you're trying to do, because when you're on top of what you're trying to do, you find out quickly which girls are or aren't trying to do what you're trying to do. That's it.
But it seems like it's funny because it seems like I'm charging like 90% of the women I meet to the game. Like I gave this girl a break yesterday because I met her on Tinder and she doesn't have a car, but I hadn't seen her in person and she kept videoing. So I talked to her for 2 hours yesterday.
See?
So I mean, like I talked to her for 2 hours like 3 days ago. So then, I saw like full body from the front. So I was just like, playing with her, and I was like, do you have a big butt? And she's like, watch your mouth. So like, when these girls get offended, I just shut them down right away.
Dude, first of all, don't be talking to no chick for 2 hours. I don't even talk to my wife for 2 hours on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I know I messed up, but see, the thing is, like, the women that I'm talking to, like, it's a lot of dusty women on Plenty of Fish, but if she looks good, they seem like they're bottom of the barrel because they live, like, in, like, Delaware and Pennsylvania, and they don't have cars.
They want to drive
like an hour and a half and get them, and then bring them back and all that stuff. So
and that's your problem, bro. You got to start talking to higher quality chicks, B. This is, dude. If you go to let's say you go to a some upscale event or something, or some type of thing where the chicks there, they look good. You know what I'm saying? They look sophisticated. They look like they got some money, whatever it is. You think those type of chicks gonna be wanting to waste time for 2 hours on FaceTime? No. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. Like, it's the quality of chicks that you fucking with too that is leading or giving you that experience to where you're being able to fuck with these chicks, or you're fucking with these type of chicks. You feel what I'm saying? So
some of them.
Now go ahead.
Like this is the last one. This one girl that I was talking to on Tinder was fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I met her at the Books a Million cafe, and when we were sending messages on Tinder, she was the one getting sexual. But then I came through, And I was kind of preppy, Carlton Pearson style, whatever. And then we were talking, and she met me face to face. So then she sent me a message like the other day. She's like, "Well, what do you want to do?" And I was like, "Well, come through." And then she's like, "Do you want to get blocked?" Just like that other girl that I spent 2 hours talking to. She was talking about watch your mouth and all that stuff. So it seems like a lot of these girls that look good when I meet up with them, and then I try to get sexual, they get offended. So I'm charging like 90% of the women I meet to the game.
So you saying, hold on, so you saying you matched with a chick on Tinder, she was talking all sexual on Tinder, right?
Yeah, she started it.
And then you met up with her, and then what happened? What happened when you met up with her?
We talked in the cafe for about an hour, and then I was like, "Well, I gotta go to the store in the mall before it closes." She's like, "Well, I'm gonna come with you." And then we went over to the mall and then she had to go do something, and then she sent me a message the next day.
So wait, why didn't you smash that day when you went to go meet her at the coffee shop or whatever, wherever it was? Huh?
Well, actually, when I went to GNC before they closed, she was talking all that. "Well, I got to get out of here now." So I just, I didn't push it. But then when I tried to get sexual, when she sent me the text, she was getting offended.
See, I think you know what it is. You know what it is. I think part of your issue, truthfully, is the type of chicks you're dealing with, and also you're not really pulling the trigger when you need to. You understand what I'm saying? Because the fact you're talking to chicks for 2 hours, you feel what I'm saying? That type of energy is translating to when you're meeting the chick. Because if a chick is talking sexual with you on Tinder, and then you go and see her, and then no sex is happening, but y'all just chilling there talking for an hour, and then you said you went to some other places. Like, where's the sex happening at this point? You got to be able. You could have just been like, "Yo, I'm gonna come through to your spot," or whatever. Or you met her at the coffee joint. You talk for like 15-20 minutes. Okay, let's go back to your spot. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So you got to pull that trigger, and on top of that, you got to deal with better quality women, because some of these women off the bat is going to be on some attention whore, ain't about shit type of shit. Then, if you do get the girl like the girl that that was talking all that sex shit, that should have been just straight to making shit happen. The fact that things didn't run smoothly in that situation is the thing that made her probably say, "You know what? I'm good." Because when a chick is in that moment, she's in that moment to make it happen. And if you don't make it happen, you're going to lose the situation. You see what I'm saying?
But to be honest, when I was talking to her at the cafe, I couldn't tell if she liked me or not. So after an hour, I was like, "Well, I got to go to the store before they close."
So wait, hold on. So
I'm gonna come with me.
What were you trying to, like, what were you talking about for that hour? Were you flirting with her? Was you touching her? Was you building sexual tension? Were you doing any of that stuff?
Nah, we were sitting at the little two-seater, and she was on one side, and I was on the other side.
There you
I was
go.
trying to feel her out and read her.
That's what I'm saying.
I probably could have grabbed her hand, and I would have solved everything right then.
And what time was this happening? What time did this happen?
I think about like 6 o'clock. We were there from like 6 to 7:30, something like that.
Okay, in the evening, right?
Mhm.
See, next time when you meet these chicks, go get a drink. Don't do no coffee shop shit. Get a drink. Have her sit next to you, like right next to you. Flirt with her, and then get the smashing. You see what I'm saying? Or you can go straight from the Tinder to her place, or have her come to your place, and then get to smashing. You feel what I'm saying?
Alright.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. You gotta move this shit quick, bro. You gotta move quicker, and also again get with better quality chicks, bro. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
I'll work on that and holler at you about that next month. I'm probably going to come to your seminar in New York.
Yeah,
but I
you
won't
need
know
to, man.
like
I'm
2
telling you,
weeks
come
before.
through.
I hope you still have some tickets.
Bruh, come through. Get your tickets now. Right after you hang up the phone with me, get them tickets, all right? All right? You got to definitely come through. All right, bro. I'm out at you, man. All right, peace. Yeah, man. Well, let me see what this is. All right, what's poppin'? Who's this?
Hey, what's going on? This is David from Ohio.
What up? What's going on?
I got a question. He was just talking about quality chicks, stuff like that. Had a question, how you like dealing with quality chick. Like this is what happened. Like I was on a date with this chick. She was a nurse, or whatever. She on the date. All she was talking about was her position and how she make all this money and stuff like that. For me, I just work in a factory.
Right.
So I feel like when I was talking with her and all that, I felt like I really can't relate to her, or like she's on a higher level than me because of the money that she makes and the type of people she's around versus the type of people I'm around. Like how do you properly interact in those type of situations when somebody's in a different economic class than you?
Well, that's the thing. You can't really give a damn about any of that shit. See, that's the thing. None of that stuff matters, B. This is what I'm saying. Look, dude, I was fucking with chicks who was making 6 and 7 figures when I was living at home with my mom. You feel what I'm saying? Now, if my game was tighter, because every time when I look back on it now, I'm like, damn, I was fucking with these girls with money, and I was living at home with my mother. I should have got some goddamn money from these chicks. But anyway, but this is what I'm saying. Like, but either way, I was still fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? I was still at their cribs, eating they fucking, food out their fridge, fucking the shit out of them, all of that stuff. And I ain't have a dime to my name. You feel what I'm saying?
But I mean, like, it talks like communicating with them and stuff like that. Like, when they get to talking about the jobs and things and their experiences, you really don't got any experiences that relate to that.
Don't talk about the job. Talk about some other shit. Like, if you on the date, you ain't got to talk to her about nurse shit and all this other stuff. You feel what I'm saying? Like, talk about stuff that you know and you want to talk about and bring her into your world. You understand what I'm saying? Ask her shit that you like. Ask her what she thinks about this and that and this and that. And then if she's talking about something you don't understand, be like, so what is that about? Tell me more. What does that mean? You understand? So you're still being engaging with the situation and you're not letting that intimidate you. Because what it sounds like is that you're letting it intimidate you. You're letting the fact that she's doing this or she might know about this other thing is intimidating you, or that she's making more money. All these things are going on in your head, and that's messing up the situation for you. So all you need to do is step to her as a man, and her being a woman. All that other external stuff, that don't really mean nothing. The only thing that matters is how confident you are in communicating with her. So again, talk to her about shit that you like, and then if she's talking about something that you don't really know or understand, or that you're not really aware of, ask her questions about it. You feel what I'm saying? Don't take the thought process of, oh damn, she's saying some stuff, I don't know what to say, I don't know what she's talking about, I'm gonna feel a certain way. You're still being engaging by asking her about the stuff she likes and the things she knows, and that's gonna, even make you more interesting to her. The fact that you want to know about all these other things. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. So that's what it is, bro. All right, I'll holler at you. Yeah, man. So what is good, people? What is good? But yeah, man, I remember shit. I was sharing a room with my brother in my mom's house, and I was dating chicks with paper heavy. Yo, what's going on?
Yo, listen, we haven't talked about how you been, bro. I know you're asleep. How you been?
What happened? Go ahead and say it again. What you said?
I said, my bad, yo. I know it's late, but how you been? But yeah, we haven't talked in a minute.
I'm good. Who's this?
This is Andre K from Long Island.
All right, what's going on with you, bro?
Shit, man, I'm chilling, man. Yo, it's crazy, bro. I've been in the game for a minute, and practicing game and really doing good, many, many times. But I just want to say this. I got two situations. There's one chick who I work with, right? All right, so I got two jobs anyway. I worked at this girl at Target, and for a little bit I've been thinking damn, I want to smash. You know what I mean? Blah blah blah. And she showed me a little bit of signs of interest. So, lately I've been like, damn, let me just work on my purpose and like, man, I'm not gonna fuck with any girls at work. But lately I've just been on some fucking shit. Like, I'm just gonna do what I gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, today I was gonna actually just do it because I just felt like whatever. I was gonna talk to her and then I was like, yo, Seth, and then like my boss walked by. So then I was just like, yeah, when are you coming back? Right? Because this is pretty much the end of the night. And then, like, she was like, Thursday. But I'm not working Thursday or Friday. I was going to plan on asking her out this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
But, I'm still, just wondering, do you think it's the right idea to do it? Or do you think, like, I'm kind of just, like, not thinking straight in my mind?
And this a chick that you work with?
Yeah.
I mean, see, I be telling y'all cats about this work shit. Y'all gotta... y'all gotta chill on that, but obviously motherfuckers don't give a fuck. So first ask yourself how important your job is. That's one. So if your job is important to you, don't bother too much with that unless she's showing some interest, she's coming at you. But what's the story specifically with this girl? Is this a girl that do y'all talk a lot? Do y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, do y'all flirt on the job? Like, what's up with this chick?
I flirt with her once in a while, and I've noticed like a lot of the time when I'm just chilling and not really thinking about it, she'll like pop up just random times. Like sometimes I'll be stocking the aisles and she'll just come up with some candy bar. Like, oh, where does this go? Like, but it might be multiple times in like a few minutes. Like, she'll just pop up out of nowhere. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even today, like it's snowing like crazy, right? So I got stuck in the fucking snow, right? Her car was behind mine. She helped me push it out, right? Then I helped somebody else, like, when I finally get out of there, I helped somebody else get their car out. Then she came in again and helped me do my shit. But the thing is, somebody else was there, so I didn't really want to just, like, do it at that point.
Well,
otherwise, I would have, like, did it.
Well, see, the thing is, look, what I would say to you is, don't put too much stock in trying to holler at the chick you working with. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's coming at you in some way, or if she flirts with you, or if you see that she's trying to like get at you, then at that point you can make a move if you want. You could say, yo, what you doing this weekend? Let's go and hang out and do this and do that. You feel what I'm saying? And then if she wants to do that, she'll be like, all right, cool, we'll make it happen. But what I'm saying is, it's best to see if she's showing interest in you, and if she is showing interest in you at some point, if she's choosing you, then you could go and make the move. But again, remember, be careful because you at work. You feel what I'm saying? So you don't want it to be a situation where either she feels you did something or said something a certain way that made her feel uncomfortable, or let's say y'all do get together, and then later on she feels a certain type of way because, I don't know, y'all messed around, and then now she's feeling jealous because you talking to some other girl or whatever. You understand? So again, like I said, it's your job, so you gotta think twice. But if you're really trying to do something with her, just see if she's gonna actually show interest, and then take it from there if you want to do that. You feel what I'm saying? But this is why I tell you guys to get this book, How to Have Sex with 2 Women a Day, because I have a whole chapter on how to get chicks at your job and do it correctly. Because I know a lot of people want to know that. So you got to get this book that tells you how to do it correctly, so you don't.
Right, you know what's crazy, bro? I actually have the book, but I didn't fucking read the whole thing, bro.
See, you ain't read it. That's what I'm saying. You got to read it, bro. So you got the book here. Read the chapter. Read the chapter, bro. That's what I'm saying. Read that chapter, and it'll tell you how to do the shit. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, bro. Yeah, bro. And you know what? I will do that, bro, because man, I've been slacking on that shit, bro. Like, not expanding. But all right, so there was one more situation, but really, now that you said that, it doesn't matter. But I have a second job, right? I work at a school as like a truck driver or whatever, and a lot of the time I'm interacting with these girls that are in the cafeteria because I deliver food and shit, right? So they're at the school I work at. So anyway, there's this one chick, right? In the past, like my game was always on point, but anyway, in the past, she asked me for my number, right? And this was before a vacation we had. She was like, yo, give me your number, because I was talking about going out and shit. She pretty much saying, like, yo, we'll get a drink. You know what I mean? And then, like, I had shit to do. So, I was like, well, I got something to do, like, this day and this day. So it might have to be like either tonight or. And then I told her tonight. She was like, "Oh, well, we can always do it some other time too." Like, you know what I mean? So fine, boom. I figured, yeah, we'll do it another time. So, vacation was by anyway. I go back to the school, and I'll admit that I kind of acted a little needy, but I didn't. Number one, I didn't do it on purpose, and number two, what I mean by needy is just like my attitude, not like, oh, please hit me up. Just like, I guess, the way I was acting, like maybe I was running game too hard, thinking, oh, she falls back here, I'll fall back or some shit. You know what I mean?
Right.
But anyway, she never hit me up, and it was like 2.5 months ago, right? So anyway, today we had like a snow day, and I was like, damn, I want to smoke after this. And I was like, oh, well, this girl already done told me she smoked too. I was like, I told her, I said, yo, you know who got butt or whatever? And she was like, yeah, give me your number and I'll help you get it later and stuff, right? And I was like, oh, all right. And she said, yeah, she sells butt or some crazy shit. So anyway, she didn't hit me up, right? But she was really gonna hit me up after work. So I just feel like, I'll tell you one more thing. Yeah, I feel like sometimes she feels petty if I don't be telling her good morning or goodbye at the end of the day.
You said, wait, hold on, wait. You said what happened? You said sometimes she does what?
I said sometimes she be feeling petty, I believe, if I don't tell her good morning or goodbye at the end of the day. Because she feels like, she must feel like I tell it to other girls and not her. But I tell everybody that. But if they inside of talking distance, I'm not yelling. You know what I mean?
And wait, who's this girl to you?
She's just some chick that I work with, bro. But it's been in my head a lot trying to beg. Word.
And what I'm saying is, first of all, why do you care how she feels about you doing some shit? You said it's been two months since y'all supposed to hang out or some shit or whatever. And so, what are you doing about it now?
So, I mean, I figured, shit, I'll wait till she actually asked me to go out because she actually asked for my number and never hit me up. You know what I'm saying? So I figured, let me just fall back and wait till she mentions the shit.
And so
Yeah.
So you're still waiting 2 months later for something to happen.
The thing is, I wasn't even waiting for a while, right? But then today, somehow, I just must have snapped and said, yo, I'm about to try to smash this chick ASAP. You know what I mean?
So, no, this is what I'm saying. My point is that you're focusing on this one girl for 2 months. You see what I'm saying?
Pretty much. I'm not gonna lie.
That's what I'm saying. That's your problem right there. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It's not like you said, oh, there was this chick, I was supposed to holler at her. I was doing my thing. I didn't forgot about her. Oh, let me see what's going on with her now. Like, you're so focused on this girl for 2 months. You feel what I'm saying? So if you want to hit her up and if you want to see her, just hit her up and see what's popping with her. You feel what I'm saying?
The thing is, she keeps taking my number, but she don't call me every time she takes my number, including today. That's what I'm saying.
Said it again?
She keeps taking my number, right?
You said she keeps taking your number?
The first time she asked me for my number. And she doesn't hit me up, though, when she takes my number. So I feel like, what should I do? Just dumb this shit? Or is it because I'm acting a certain way? Or is it just weird?
So wait, you said she keeps taking your number. What does that mean?
Meaning, like, she'll ask me to give her my number, but she never follows through with the shit.
See, this is what's confusing me. Because how does someone keep taking your number? When you give someone your number, they already have it?
Can you repeat that?
No, what I'm saying is, how does she keep taking your number? When you give her your number, she already got it. So how does she keep taking your number?
Well, basically, the first time she took it, I never gave a fuck if she even, like, kept the number or not. But today, she took the number down again after she actually had my number in the past.
Dude, charge this chick to the game, man. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? Like, charge her. It's over. It's over. And what I would say to you, bro, you gotta stop hollering at chicks at your job, man. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know, bro.
Stop hollering at chicks at your job.
That shit a lot too. I can't even think straight when I do that shit.
Stop hollering at chicks at your job. This is your homework. This is your homework. Cause I'm really trying to get a gist of where you coming from with this whole shit. Your homework is to pick up this goddamn book and read this whole thing. You feel what I'm saying? I'm gonna do like Corey Wayne. Shout out to Corey Wayne. Read this shit 15 times, okay? Read this shit 15 times. Okay? and and then go and talk to more women and try to keep your story short, man. You feel what I'm saying? Try to get to the point. So because the way you see you saying a long story, you got to get to the point the same way with a chick. You feel what I'm saying? That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Because like right now, you talking about this girl at your first job, then you got a second job, another girl, and then you talking about I'm waiting 2 months, and you know, like you're like you're not in the game right now. You're on the sidelines, just sort of like, you know what I'm mean, looking in and don't really know what's going on. So you gotta put yourself out there because, and this is the thing, and this is not only you. A lot of dudes do this, and a lot of guys got to stop doing this. All you guys in the chat room that do this, everybody who's watching it do this, you have to stop worrying about or playing the game with a woman. You have to play the game with women, meaning plural, meaning there should be no reason you're talking about this girl, because if you had other girls you was fucking with, this girl would be you wouldn't even be thinking about this chick. You wouldn't even be worrying about this chick. You wouldn't even be thinking about the other girl at the first job. You feel what I'm saying? Because you would have had
you know what's funny?
so many other chicks. You feel what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
And bro, you know what's funny, right? Like, lately in the game, besides at my job, I've been doing fantastic, you know. I ended up making out with, like, 2 girls, like, a week ago at the bar, like, for each night. You know what I mean? Like, not only that, I was fucking some chick a couple times every week until, like, basically, like, last week, and then it was kind of dry. And, you know, like, the only place my game is, like, kind of slacking right now is at work. I guess it's because I shouldn't be doing that.
Why you, that's what I'm saying. What do you do? You hustling backwards, bro. Why you talking about your
Right,
game
bro.
slacking
And, you know,
out? Dude, stop fucking with chicks at work. If you getting chicks all these other places and making shit happen, what you worried about work for? Just get your paper and keep it pushing. That's it. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh man. Wait, where you from? Where you from?
I'm from Brentwood, Long Island, bro. Freaking,
Dude,
you know,
do you got tickets to the seminar, man?
Nah.
Nigga, if you don't get your ass to MrLocario.com and get these goddamn tickets and come to this seminar, oh my goodness. Get your ticket. Yo,
I'm coming, yo.
Yo, as soon as I hang up on the phone, you need to get them tickets. You feel me? All right?
Yeah, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, bro.
I'm holler at you, man.
All right, bro.
All right, peace. Later.
All right,
Man, Jesus. I'm telling you, man. You guys. Oh, my goodness. It's crazy out here, man. I didn't know it was this crazy out here, man. Oh, shit. Man, what time is it, man? I'm gonna take one more call. Yo, what's going on?
Hey, what's up?
What's poppin'? Who's this?
This is Blake. I'm from Warren, Ohio.
Alright, what's going on with you, man?
Hey, I'm a big fan of your show. You've
Appreciate it.
Changing my life lately.
Appreciate
You're
it, bro.
RSD.
Alright.
Yeah, for real.
So what's going on with you, man?
Well, here's the thing. Like, I'm real good with talking to girls that are like, that they give me a lot. Like, they got really good conversation or whatever. Like, they'll talk a lot.
Right.
Or girls that, you know, are kind of in between. But it's just those girls that, they give me them one-word answers. It's like, I'll be standing there talking to them, and, I mean, shit just gets awkward. Like, yeah, what do you have for me, like, in that regard?
Are you comfortable when you're talking to these girls?
Yeah, like, I mean, it depends. Like, most of the time, yeah. But it's just those sometimes, like, when I get those one-word answers or whatever.
Well, see, the thing is, the vibe I'm getting from you now, you sound very, like, unsure of yourself. You see what I'm saying? And so that could be coming across when you're talking to girls, because the in the chat room they said you sound like you're about to cry. Like, that's how your voice sounds. You see what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
So girls are feeling that same thing, and then so therefore what happens is that the moment or the situations will feel awkward because you also are bringing that energy. You're bringing that energy to the interaction. You see what I'm saying? So then she feels awkward.
Shit.
You see what I mean?
Right.
So it's like that type of thing. So so the thing is that the more comfortable you get, the more energy that you put to the interaction. That's going to make things less awkward. That's going to make the situation flow smoother when you are, more comfortable, talking to the girl. You see what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So yeah,
I know a lot of.
Now go ahead. What you gonna say?
A lot of it's just like everybody's in here listening. So I mean, I was like kind of shaking a little bit.
Okay, see that's what I'm saying, because we had another caller. We had another caller that was saying that too. It's like, and it's a good thing, because you got to get used to that, because when you go out and talk to a girl, there's gonna be other girls around or other people around, in the situation. So you got to get used to that. You got to get used to being able to be comfortable talking, in public and talking to people. And the way to do that is to realize that all this other shit don't mean nothing. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you're worried about what everyone's thinking about you. Don't give a fuck what everybody else is thinking about you. You see what I'm saying? You got to just be comfortable, period, within yourself, period. Because the thing is, when you out there and you talking to that girl and you want to get that girl, or you want to get this girl or that girl, that's all it's about. It's just about you being able to get from point A to point B. Whatever anyone thinks about you, it's not going to matter, because if you're let's say you're talking to a girl in the street, everybody that's in the street, they, first of all, half the people not looking at you anyway. The other half don't give a fuck, because they're in their own world. You feel what I'm saying? So nobody really cares. But at the end of the day, if you get that girl and you having sex with her and you're having a good time, then that's all that matters. Nobody else is going to know, when you fucking this girl, ain't nobody that was there the day you talked to her is going to be there when you fucking her. It don't matter. It's all about you and that chick. So when you're talking to girls, when you're talking to, whoever, it's just about you and that person. So that's all you got to think about. It don't really matter with all that other dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to stop getting caught up in, everybody else being around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So
But what about when I'm at parties or whatever? I'll be talking to one girl, and like I'll be making something happen with her, and then there'll be some other girls there I'm feeling too that may or may not be friends with her. Like, should I like go talk to those other girls after?
Hell yeah. Fucking yeah. Hell yeah. Do all that shit. Right, listen, you gotta come into the situation like, yo, like, this party it got hot as soon as I walked into the building. You feel what I'm saying? This is my shit. Like, all these chicks in here, I'm fucking with all of y'all. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you gotta have that attitude where it's like, you don't worry about everybody else. You understand? You are focused on you having a good time, you doing your thing, you interacting with people and them having a good time with you. And that's that. You feel what I'm saying? Because again, this is what you gotta understand. No matter what you do, no matter what you say, or no matter how you are, there's gonna be people who's gonna like it and who's not gonna like it. Period. You're never gonna be 100% everyone's gonna like you, 100% everyone's gonna hate you. People gonna love and hate and act this way and act that way no matter what. So it don't matter. You understand? Like, I got some cats on YouTube and online that talk shit about me all the time. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. It's like,
you,
it's goofy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm still gonna do my thing. You feel what I'm saying? And the thing is, you're gonna have people talk shit and do all this, because if you notice how, like, you hardly ever hear me talk shit about anybody on any of my videos. You feel what I'm saying?
I don't think I've ever.
Exactly. And the reason why I don't talk shit is because I'm focused on my shit. I don't give a fuck about what everybody else is doing on some other shit like that. Like, if the only time I talk about people is usually when I'm praising them, when I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's on point. He do this, he do that, because that's the energy I'm putting out. I'm putting out that positive energy, and that's the thing that I'm focused on. You see what I'm saying? So
that kind of translates.
Right, and that's the thing that you got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because you want to be with it to the point where you're so comfortable with yourself, and you're not letting all these outside things get at you. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's all it really is. You know what I'm saying? You just do you, and then you'll be fine. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like I used to worry about, like every time I go talk to a chick or whatever, I'd be like dang, is she feeling how I look? Is she attracted to these like white dudes with long hair, or like bigger black dudes?
Right, right.
Actually sound like they black. I mean, but now it's like, I mean, I kind of came a long way, but still, there's still some shit I need to tweak.
Right, and that's what I'm saying, because look, because like just like how you're you know, sounding kind of nervous talking here, that and there's nothing wrong with that. At least this is where this is you knowing you're at this point now. So what you're gonna do is that you're going to need to be able to practice more. So as a result of your practicing, things are going to get a little bit more easier for you. You're going to get more smoother with the situation. You're going to be able to be more comfortable in your own skin. You see what I'm saying? But what happens is it's the understanding of realizing that none of this shit matters. You feel what I'm saying? Like none of this fucking shit matters. All of this shit is bullshit. You don't need anyone's validation. You don't need anybody to like you or not like. It don't matter. It's about what you want to do at the end of the day. It's about you being comfortable being yourself. This is why I don't condone motherfuckers lying, because lying is a disrespect to yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So the thing is that only a guy who's not comfortable with himself is gonna lie to a chick when he's fucking with her or doing all this other shit. You see what I'm saying? If you're comfortable with yourself, you don't need to lie, and then therefore you end up getting the things you want in a more authentic way, where everything seems like it flows naturally because you're being yourself, and then the people who like you for you are gonna fuck with you. So you don't gotta worry about nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So
yeah,
that's all that is, man. You know what I mean? So yeah. So that's what it is, bro. But yeah, just keep doing your thing. Just keep pushing yourself, putting yourself out there, and don't worry about the chicks that they'll be all awkward or giving you one word answers and everything, because the thing is, the better you get at being comfortable with the situations, the less you're gonna hear those one word answers, because a lot of times what happens is that the way that you're being treated, the way that women are treating you, a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times, is a reflection of how you're coming at them. You see what I'm saying? So if you're coming at them all nervous and awkward and stuff, you're gonna get that nervous and awkward energy back. If you're coming to them with a very fun, lighthearted energy, a lot of times you're gonna get that fun, lighthearted energy back. You see what I'm saying? But it's the way that you're coming at it. So this is what I'm saying. You gotta make sure you're working on you. And then that's the thing that's going to make it easier for you to make something happen. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So,
And like a lot of times, like I'll go up and talk to, like I'm 18, but I'll go up and talk to some girl that's like 22 or 23, and I feel like I'm the shit. Like I'm like, dude, I got this. Like I don't give a fuck if she like turns me down or whatever. Like it's on. But then when it's some girl in my school or whatever, I mean, I've known him for so long. It's like, I don't know. I'm just like, I just feel unsure, like, and kind of get nervous. I don't know.
Right. And I mean, and that that stuff's gonna happen. You're gonna still feel those things here and there. It's gonna, but understand that it's just about improving. It's something you do every day. It's something that's gonna take time. So don't beat yourself up over it. If you're like next week, you're like, damn it, I'm still nervous. Like, it's gonna take time for you to get to the point where you're going to feel comfortable in all these different situations. You feel what I'm saying? But yo, I appreciate the call, my dude, man. I appreciate the call. Keep me posted. Keep doing your thing.
Yep.
And I'll holler at you later, all right? All right, bro.
All right.
All right. Man, it is 1 a.m. in the morning. Okay. I got to head up out of here, people. Oh man, I gotta get up early and do some things. So again, guys, make sure you get tickets to the Truth About the Game seminar. Click the link below or go straight to MrLocario.com. Make sure you guys get the book, How to Have Sex with Two Women a Day, the ebook, hard copy, or audiobook. Make sure you guys get that. And let me shout out to the room. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for tuning in. Who we had in the building? We had Nikio, Dorian, Known Hustler, Shaddy Ratty, Kobe, Jermaine Jones, Will Z, Brandon Henry, Ballhead Jamaican, Orforley the God, Jason Tate, Female Pimp. Female Pimp is never going to call. I don't know why you don't be calling Female Pimp. You scared, yo. Mikado is in the building. Who else? Moving in Silence. Shout out to you. Who else we had up in here? Chief Wildfire, Randy, Kilpatrick. Who else we had up in the spot? Gerara called up. Gerara, you got to get them tickets. Come through to the seminar. D Jiu-Jitsu in the building. Kenwood Drive in the building. Goatee Juice in the building. But yeah, man, I appreciate everybody tuning in. And I will see you guys on Friday. Friday is the next live stream. You feel me? All right, so you guys have a good night. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone.